Reese has been nothing but awful this whole trip. He just yells at me.
He deserves it, it's not my fault.
We go through kind of a lengthy process, and that's why we have such a slim line. It takes us a long time to nail down a flavor. You know, we have a small lab that we start the beta versions in. And from there we pass it on to our ISO5 lab to get some renditions and, you know, some different variations. And then we let it steep and we see how the blend comes out a month from now. And most likely chances are we end up changing it again. We actually launched Parrington 5 times before we found the right blend. Because certain things would come out later on or disappear, and it was a pain in the ass. But that's kind of the process we go through. We never settle for less, and I feel like that's important these days because there's so much juice on the market that you can't just settle for less. You can't just, you know, make a bottle of shit and put a fancy label on it, call it a day, and check it off and launch it to the masses. When we get our final renditions done, we have a lab in Chicago. It's ISO5, and we get it made there, and that's basically it. But it takes us a long time to hammer down a flavor because what's important to all of us is that when you read our flavor card, you know, it's gonna taste like what you read. I can't tell you how many times from personal experience at my shop that I'll get something that's supposed to be, you know, this complex flavor and all it tastes like is a banana or whatever, and it's just a letdown. So it's a main driver for us, you know, as far as getting these blends right. So when you vape Fuji apple cobbler, it's not gonna taste like some shitty apple. It's gonna taste like a Fuji apple cobbler, and all the flavor is gonna come out.
This guy over here has got 1,000 things going on a daily basis with production, labeling, the whole process. So basically I can relieve that stress of handling the sales, of playing nice with people that you wouldn't necessarily hang out with, but we want to get the deal. So I can, that's right, yeah. So that's when that strong forearm comes into play. You know what I'm talking about.